for a press conference. He had a lot to say for himself today. And we're going to look forward to the Manchester City game, well, the Arsenal game away to Manchester City on Saturday evening, which is going to be kind of a tough game. Let's be real here. Doesn't matter how poor they've been, Man City, shipping 5 against Leicester. They've not been great. And since we lost to Brighton, I see this stat earlier. Since we lost to Brighton, we've actually picked up more points in the Premier League than any other team. So the title's on. We might as well just hand it over to Arteta now. Well done. Title incoming. And yeah, we're Premier League champions 2021 season. It's as simple as that. Nice work, Mikel. He has changed the culture. But before we get into the transcript on Arsenal.com, you can see on the screen the Thierry Henry shirt that's sat there. If you want to be in with a chance to win that signed framed shirt, download Flick, go to the Thierry Henry shirt giveaway, and bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a little animated character sat there. Click on it. It'll come up with a load of emotes. Put 2 emotes into the chat. You're qualified. 1 person will win that shirt after the Man City game is finished. 1 person will be picked, and that'll be winging its way to you on Monday morning. Also, if you want to be in with a chance to win any football shirt of your choice with any name and number on the back, download HOTMIC. Use my code. I swear, the amount of you lot that don't use my code is mad. Use my code. It's scrolling across the screen. Lee623. It's kind of straightforward. But let's get into the transcript from Mikel. Press conference settings. There we go. With the international break over, Mikel Arteta was in front of the media on Thursday. I actually expected this to be done tomorrow, but there you go. Here is what he said. He was asked about integrating Thomas Partey into the matchday squads. He said, well, he was here just yesterday. He is getting familiar with everything around the club. Today, he will have his first training session. So he didn't actually train yesterday. So everything has come really quickly for him. We knew that before we signed him. That he is fit and he is willing to start playing, and we'll see how it goes in the next few days. Well, that's hardly filling me with confidence that he's going to start. He's not ready, and he's had a lot of travelling to do. On how long it takes a player to adapt to the Premier League, what a stupid question. Who asked that? Sack him. Like, real talk, sack him. What a dumb question. Aubameyang slotted in just like that, and other players don't. It's as simple as that. It's down to the individual player. On how excited he is on having a player like Partey. He says, I've seen the buzz around the place. The fans are all really happy. I've seen some really positive reactions after we brought him. The same with the team, the squad, the staff. I think he is a player we had on the radar for a long time, and we've managed to bring him in. I think he'll be a really important addition. Well, listen, let's hope he starts on Saturday because we're going to need him. That's for sure. And they've got most of their big boys back as well, City. On how confident, how the confidence of the squad, I can't speak. Let me start that again. Is that a typo or am I just reading? Am I not with it? Like, on how confidence the squad has. Who wrote that? On how confidence the squad has. Every time, I swear. Whoever writes these, man, sort your life out. Now, I'm confident with what we are doing. It is very clear to say. It's very... Oh, fucking hell. Shall we start? I'll see you later. Yeah. I'll start again. I am very confident with what we are doing. It is very early to say where we will be at the end of the season. A lot of things have to happen. A lot of improvement has to be made by us as a team. We know what we have to do. We know the level of competition we're facing in the league. We're happy with the recruitment we have done. Boy. In the transfer window, and now we need to get better and better every week. He was then asked about how Partey settled into the squad. Very good. He hasn't trained with us yet. Why hasn't he trained? He was there yesterday. Why? I know he's been taking photos left, right, and centre, but come on, man, get him into training. He will have his first training session today, but he's got to know some of his teammates, not all of them, because some are still on international duty. But we will have everyone back today, and it's going to be good for him to get to know them all. Positives after beating Sheffield United and facing City, I think that's a completely different game. So we'll skirt straight past that then. City's start to the season, he said they're still producing incredible numbers in everything that they are doing. In my opinion, they have been really unlucky with some of the results they've got because they should have put games to bed early in those games. and then the level of efficiency of the opponents when they had half chances as see, look, another typo. That's supposed to say punished. Like, whoever writes this on Arsenal.com, sack him or her. But I haven't seen any decrease in the level of the way they are playing or in what they're producing game by game. Listen, Man City this season, Gunnosaurus writes the transcript, you know. Man City this season haven't actually conceded that many shots, but nearly every one of them's gone in, which is pretty mad because they're not as relentless without Aguero. I think that's pretty obvious, and I think they're not as relentless without Bernardo coming off the bench and stuff like that. It gives them that extra boost in the second half, but yeah, they're still pretty damn good, aren't they? Their midfield still levels above ours. Their defense, you can question their defense. It's still probably as a back four, probably still better than ours. But there you go. He was then asked about knowing Guardiola tactically better than anyone else. He said, I don't know about better, but I know him very well. We worked together for 4 years very closely. We both know how we think and solutions that can be made. But after it is to try and prevent them or execute the football on the pitch when everything is going 100 miles an hour, which is very difficult and much more difficult than on a tactics board. Very true, Mikel. Well said. He was asked about Project Big Picture. That's been scrapped. No point bothering with that. They then asked him another question about that. Seriously, man, these journalists are fucking useless. Like, who cares? Like, real talk. It's an Arsenal Man City game and you're asking about a thing that's been scrapped. Why? One club, one vote principle, another dumb question. Needing some reform to the Premier League, another dumb question. There's 5 questions they've wasted. Kieran Tierney, here we go. This is getting very complicated when we're sending players abroad. You obviously lose control. Some authorities have different regulations to the actual ones in the Premier League. We're still having some discussions with them, and hopefully we'll know more this afternoon. So they're obviously trying to overturn this isolation. He was then asked whether Kieran Tierney tested positive in the summer. What a dumb question. Why would you ask that? Because the answer was always going to be, I cannot discuss it. Like, come on, man. Fucking British journalism's in the gutter, innit? Let's be real here. It is in the gutter. No wonder nobody bothers reading their articles. He was then asked whether he could play this weekend. He said, I hope so. So it does obviously look like we are trying to get this overturned and get him into a first 11 for Saturday, which would be decent because, listen, we can't be going with, say, Kolasinac at left back. I cannot be having that geezer in the team. Saka, would you play him at left back? I don't know. I'd rather see him at left wing, if I'm honest. But there you go. Anyway, let's carry on. It's Mesut Ozil's birthday today. It's also 268 days till he fucks off. Happy days. Whether Mesut Ozil will be in the Premier League squad. Let me sip my nice warm tea. Lovely jubbly. He wasn't the only one who was not in the Europa League squad. It's a really difficult decision for me to make because to leave players out of the squad at that level where they know that they cannot get involved is really tough. I don't like it at all, but the decision had to be made as we have an excess of foreign players in the team. Unfortunately, we had to make the decision. He was then asked about Arsene Wenger. I mean, what? Fuck off, man. I might stop doing these press conferences until they start answering some fucking proper questions. On Arsene Wenger saying Mesut Ozil should be involved more. What a dumb question. International break. Causes fractions for managers because of injuries. Again, another dumb question because we know that when players go on international break, they might get injured. I'm not even reading that. Whether there was any doubt over signing Thomas Partey. Yes, at the last minute, it's always a risk. A lot of things have to happen at the same time. And obviously, there's a lot of paperwork to do. It was a challenge to do it in 24 hours. But I'm really happy because we managed it. Well, you actually had 12 weeks, mate. So I don't know about 24 hours, but it is what it is. We signed him. Are they annoyed that we've signed the player? Another dumb question. Why don't you ask Simeone? Possibility of seeing Kevin De Bruyne and Thomas Partey on Saturday. He said, let's see. He needs to do his training session today first. We'll see how it goes in the next 48 hours, and we'll make a decision on whether he plays or not. He was then asked about Pep not signing a new contract yet. Who gives a fuck? Like, real talk. Playing against Man City again. It's Man City and Liverpool, I think we seem to play a lot. It's getting really tough. The fixtures that we have coming up in the next few weeks as well will be really difficult. We know the opponent we're facing. We all know the level that we have to be individually and collectively to beat them. We haven't had much time to prepare the game. Today is our first training session. What were they doing yesterday? And what were all the ones that were not on international duty doing? Surely they were in training. All together. There you go. That'll teach me to be hasty, wouldn't it? There you go. He was then asked if he'd said we're not at the level to beat Man City. Can somebody tell me, like, does anybody know who the journalists were that asked these questions? Does anybody have a list of the journalists? I'm going to tweet them. Yeah, fucking useless, a lot of them. On two sides being close in the league. Another dumb one. Whether international football needs to be halted. Why are you asking him that? It's got nothing to do with the Arsenal-Man City game. Eddie Nketiah, here we go. Whether he's close to being a starter for Arsenal. He's very close because he's already challenging everybody every week. Whether he's starting or not, I always have no doubts with him because the way he trains and performs, his goal-scoring record is getting better and better each week. He's evolving in the right way. This is what we need. Players challenging and knocking at the door to become starters. Was then asked about pay-per-view. Again, why are you asking him that? Whether he expects players to leave on loan. Nobody at the moment. Whether he expects William Saliba to be staying at Arsenal. He said yes. There you go. All the more reason to have put him in the Europa League squad. Again, he was then asked another question about what Arsene Wenger thinks. Who gives a fuck? Real talk. Real talk. Who cares? Like, seriously. Whether he got a better contract than when he became... on whether he got a better contract when he became manager rather than head coach. Seriously, man. Who's asked him that? Like, real talk. Are these people taking the piss? Unbelievable level of bullshit questions today. This has got to be the worst one I've ever done. Real talk. Yeah. This is the worst press conference questions I've ever seen anyone put to a manager. Yeah. Unbelievable. As if you have just asked him whether he got a better contract when they changed his job title. The fuck's it got to do with you? Unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable. I can't believe the level of bullshit. Real talk, man. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Whether there's any plans for him to sign a contract extension. Again, why are you asking him that? He's only just got here, mate. Whether he'd want a new contract. Nah, I don't want one, mate. Nah, fuck. What do I want a new contract for? Fucking useless. Worst press conference questions ever. And out of probably about 20 odd questions in there, see how many there was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28. About 30 odd questions. And only about 5 of them were fucking worth reading. Unbelievable. I can't believe what I've just read. That is mad. Anyway, what do you guys think? I can't believe they asked him if he got a better contract when he became manager from head coach. Whoever's asked him that, gutter. Absolute gutter. In fact, pretty much every question there, yeah, barring maybe 5, 6, 7 perhaps, which is what, about 25% of the questions. Probably not even that. Probably about 20% of the questions. Seriously, absolutely shocking press conference. Yeah, what's he supposed to do? Sit there and say, no, I don't want a new contract. Oh, yeah, by the way, they gave me an extra £1 million a year because I became manager. Did they actually expect him, yeah, to come out and say, yeah, I'm on X, Y, or Z? Why ask him about Pep Guardiola being out of contract in the summer? Who gives a fuck? Yeah, genuinely, who cares? Why are you asking him questions about what Arsene Wenger said at the Palladium the other day? Nobody cares, mate. It's an Arsenal or Man City versus Arsenal press conference. Genuinely, nobody gives a fuck whether Arsene Wenger thinks Ozil should play or not. Yeah. So why are you asking him that question? I don't get it, mate. He's never going to come out and say, "Oh yeah, well Arsene's wrong," is he? Baffling, absolutely baffling. Worst press conference ever. Mikel, how much is your salary? Is it high or low? Do you get new winning, drawing, and losing bonuses? Mate, it's absolutely crap. The standard of sports and football journalism in this country is a disgrace. Yeah, there's only literally a couple of people, and they ain't sat in them press conferences, by the way, that actually ask good and honest, genuine questions. Other than that, the rest of them are fucking losers, mate. Ain't got a Scooby what they're talking about. What a dumb thing to ask him. Did you get more money by becoming manager? Fucking hell. The game's gone, mate. Press conferences should not be done. Useless. Well, based on today's evidence, yeah, it is useless. It is pointless, isn't it? Diabolical questions. Other clubs' journalists don't ask those questions. Maybe it's just an Arsenal thing then, mate. Maybe it's just Arsenal. But Arsenal's journalism or Arsenal's sports journalists are fucking clueless, all of them. Yeah, not one of them says anything as it is. I've said this many times before. They don't ask the questions that we want the answers to. Like, you're asking them about what Arsene Wenger thinks. Well, it don't matter. It genuinely don't matter because it ain't about what Arsene Wenger thinks. He ain't the manager. Yeah, it's about what he thinks. He's the manager. Yeah, we're playing Man City. Why are you asking them about Project Big Picture? Like, what's that got to do with anything? Yeah, it's been scrapped. Who cares? Like, you ask 2 or 3 questions about a project that has been scrapped. Why are you wasting questions on that? Like, ask him proper questions. Get proper answers. Yeah, I don't get it, man. Let's have a little look at your comments. TNO. I'm having a mare with my words today, and I'm only on the T. That's not rum and coke, it's tea. Leno, Tierney, Maitland Niles, Gabriel Holding, Xhaka, Partey, Ceballos, Pepe, Saka, Abba. That's my lineup for City 4-3-3. That reminds me. Thank you very much, mate. Not a bad team. Xhaka, not for me, but other than that, not bad. You need to interview Mikel week in, week out. Bro, I'd ask him proper questions, you know. But that does remind me, I'll be putting up the polls later on today on Flick. So when I do my starting 11 and preview tomorrow night, it'll be based off of the players that you guys have picked off of them polls. So download Flick. You've also got a chance to win a Thierry Henry signed shirt. 2 emotes in the chat. You can't miss them. Bottom right-hand corner on the Thierry Henry giveaway on Flick. Flick is free to download, and all of the games that will be coming up, you can do your predictions on them as well. And it does a weekly and monthly table. Big up my missus as well. Big up wifey, because she's I think she's second on the month, and she finished second on the month last month as well, putting us all to shame. I have never heard a question in these press conferences answering anything. Mate, it's crazy, isn't it? It is mad. Like, unbelievable. I can't believe the level of crap questions I've read today. Like, the last couple I've done, I thought, okay, maybe 50-50. Some of them have been shit. Some of them have been decent. Yeah, that is the worst press conference I have ever seen. Yeah, embarrassing. Yeah, the level of questions was a disgrace. You wouldn't be allowed in the room. Well, I would. When should I just get media accredited just for the fucking sake of it? Yeah, they wouldn't let me in the ground. Well, they would let me in the ground, but they wouldn't let me in the room. You're right. And if they did let me in the room, I'd probably get kicked out after the first question when he didn't answer it properly, because I'd then go again and say, no, well, actually, you didn't answer the question, mate. Yeah. Well, what about this? What about that? And then when he comes back, you then quiz him again. They don't do that. That's good journalism. Yeah. You ask him a question. He comes back. Yeah. You then counter that. He then comes back again. Instead, they're asking dumb questions. Yeah. He then gives a dumb answer back because he's snookered. He can't do nothing else. Yeah. And then that's it. Oh, let's move on to the next. Like, fuck off, man. Seriously. Chino says, can someone ask Wenger to shut the fuck up about players? He's not coaching them now. Well said, mate. Well said. Well said. Did you renew your contract? Nah, mate. Do you want to renew your contract? Nah, mate. Just came for winning the FA Cup, got party in Alba, so now I'm going to leave now. Cheers. Exactly. And that is how stupid these questions are that he's been given today. Like, listen, you can't blame him. Yeah, he's just going to do what he's going to do what he's given in front of him. Like, he can only work with what the questions are. But them questions are a disgrace, man. Seriously. Big up my guy Ronald on Facebook. Hope you're well, man. I'm not on the rum and coke yet, mate. I'm on the nice PG tips at the moment. Happy Thursday. I will be dropping a Premier League video shortly, and it's going to be to do with Parliament discussing whether fans can go back to games. They're having a meeting discussing it in the House of Commons on the 9th of November. So everyone's getting all excited. Everyone's getting giddy. The look at me types. Oh, I can't go to games. It's a disgrace. It's ruining my life. And then they want to sit and cry about, oh, they're charging £15 for a game against Leicester. Yeah, your season ticket's been reduced by about 75%, mate. So stop crying. Simple, innit? Because if Arsenal had 20 games at 15 quid on TV, that works out at £600. Yeah? No, it doesn't. It works out at £300. Oh my God, I'm going back to bed. It works out at 300 quid. Yeah, for 20 games. If Arsenal had 20 games at 15 quid, that's £300. Add that to your reduced season ticket price. Yeah, it's still cheaper than the full price of your season ticket without you having to leave your gaff. Yeah, without getting on a transport to get there, without having food or drink when you're there. All these people that moan and cry about absolutely everything. Oh, they're ripping us off. Well, don't pay it then. Yeah, you have a choice. You either pay 15 quid for Arsenal Leicester or you don't. And if you don't fucking cry about it. I'm sick and tired of hearing people go, oh, it's a disgrace. There was people in the Palladium the other day, but fans can't go to games. Yeah, guess why, mate? You don't need fucking coppers outside to patrol the fucking Palladium, do you? Yeah, it's not a drain on public transport to let 800 people sit socially distanced in a little theatre. Yeah. When you got 15,500 people on a reduced attendance traipse into the Emirates, then you got Stamford Bridge, then you got White Hart Lane, then you got Crystal Palace and all the other London grounds, all the other teams lower down the spectrum in the London area. How many police is that going to take? Yeah, people don't engage their brains. They're thick as shit. It's, oh, look at me. I can't go to games. Yeah, get over it, mate. Neither can everyone else. Yeah, get a life. Yeah, instead of sitting at home feeling sorry for yourself about, oh, 2020 is a shit year. How about get off your ass and go and enjoy your life? Yeah, this has been my best year ever, mate. Best fucking year ever. Yeah, and next year it'll be even better because that's what you make it. Life is what you make it. Instead of sitting online crying, oh, look at me. Oh, I miss my second home. It's not your second home, is it, though? Yeah, because you literally go there 19 times in 52 weeks. It's not your second home, is it? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyway, rant over. Let's do some more comments. Gendouzi, yes. Well done for reminding me. Gendouzi's tested positive for COVID today. He's got to isolate for 2 weeks. Even Arteta thinks they're dumb questions. You can see it on his face. Very true. Big up DJ Fury. British journalist sack them all. Well, they're a dying breed anyway, mate. Let's be real here, yeah? I'll guarantee you now, if you was to actually check and see how many people actually click on an online news article from each of these top journalists, I bet their figures are embarrassing, yeah? And the funny thing is, right, when I did that interview on here with Fabrizio, right, that got put in quite a lot of news articles, yeah? And I've got an alert system set up, Google Alert, where if my name is put on that thing, it'll pop up. Yeah. So I get an email for that. Yeah. My video traction didn't go through the roof when that was in the Daily Express or Football London or wherever else it went. It weren't like, oh my God, it's been mentioned in the Daily Express. Views are lit. It made no fucking difference, which just goes to show how little traction these British journalists are getting, or these British media outlets are getting in the written or online written press. They're fucking dead. Video killed them. YouTube has killed all of them off. Yeah, every single one of them. Yeah, and that is why they're so salty about people that do stuff like this. Yeah, these bloggers and the written side of it, they're all so salty because they don't like the fact that that people like me, for example, that is just a regular Joe fan, yeah, can sit here and have my say. It used to be they peddled a narrative, they put their article together, and that's it. Yeah, then the internet's come along, YouTube's come along, totally fucked them up, and they've never recovered. And there you go. And that, my friends, is that. And if you think, right, them questions that were asked today, like I said, they're an absolute disgrace, the questions he was asked today. If you go back before social media, it was probably the same level of questions, same type of questions. Yeah, the difference is we weren't all sitting here moaning about it. It was just, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, but now things have evolved. We're sitting there going, fuck off, mate. Why are you asking him that? Why are you asking him that? Why are you asking him that? Because now we want to ask questions. We want our questions answered. Yeah, and for me, I've said this so many times. For me, a journalist that's got the luxury and the privilege of being able to sit in front of that guy and ask him questions, he should be the link between the club and the fans. The problem is they ain't. It's all about peddling their own narrative, yeah, and asking the questions they want to answer. Yeah, want answered, not the questions we want answered as a fan base. Yeah, and that is why British journalism in the footballing sense is fucking dead. It's dead. Realistic Arsenal signings in January. Good question. In January, we ain't getting a while, that's for sure. I don't know, mate. We need a right back. We need a right back. I think maybe Max Aarons. LG spitting facts. Come on. It quite clearly says justice on there. If you can see it. We'll go full screen. There you go. La voz de los hechos, which means the voice of facts in Spanish. We'll go back to Mikel now. There you go. Let's do a couple more. Let's do a couple more. 3 more. Well said. The journalists will only ask any questions they want as long as they get free access and free food. Exactly. That's what it's about, mate. It's all about keeping your perks. John Cross is one of the worst journalists I've ever fucking seen in my life. How does he still get access to Arsenal Football Club? Like, come on, mate. You're a dinosaur. Yeah? Ask proper questions. But he wrote Arsene Wenger's first book. Who gives a fuck? Yeah? Who cares? Like, genuinely, who gives a toss? Unbelievable. Big up my guy. Real one in the building. Pisses me off there's no transparency between the club and the fans. This is the people's club. It is. And this is the thing, right? I don't necessarily blame Mikel Arteta for any of them answers. Yeah, what can he do when he's getting asked, did you get a better contract when you went from head coach to fucking manager? Why? Why would you ask that? Oh, do you want a new contract? Like he's going to say no. Like, come on, mate. Yeah, people are actively getting paid to fucking ask these questions. It's mad, isn't it? Schlobberschlei. Yeah, we could do with him, Kim. I'm a poet. I fully know it. We could do with him in January. That would be nice. Kyle says, do you think we'll sell the Deadwood in January? No chance. And I'll tell you why. Because a lot of people are thinking we're going to. The problem is a lot of the Deadwood are down to the last 6 months of their contract in January, which means that they can negotiate a deal with an overseas club, yeah, and then just sit back for 6 months and then move to their new overseas club in the summer with a nice big bonus to sign on because it's going to be a freebie signing. So we got no chance. Not only that, the ones that are not into the last 6 months, January is always hard work. It is always hard work. There's hardly any big deals go through in January. The fact that everyone seems to be pinning their hopes, not you, but everyone seems to be pinning their hopes on us clearing the Deadwood out in January when we had 12 weeks through the summer and everyone was saying it's not Football Manager. It's coronavirus. It's hard times. It's challenging times. The Premier League spent more money than the other 4 leagues behind us put together. Yeah. It's not Football Manager. Another load of bollocks. It is Football Manager. It simply is. Anyway, let's do 2 more questions. Big up Ali Bernard. Big up the real ones. Big up everyone on Facebook and YouTube, of course. Do smash the likes up. Terrible press conference settings if you have joined late. The dumbest questions we've ever seen ever. I wouldn't bother going and watching it anywhere. In terms of sitting there trying to look for Mikel Arteta to actually watch him answer the questions. They were the worst set of questions I've ever seen in my life. So there you go. 2 more. We are stuck with Kalaza crap until 2022. Damn, Wenger. Damn. One more. Who would you play if Tierney can't? Maybe roll out Gunnosaurus, bruv. All jokes aside, maybe have to go Saka. I don't want Kalaza crap anywhere near that team, mate. He's dog shit. One of the worst footballers I've ever seen. So yeah. We'll end on that. Farhan says, Marie hasn't proved anything. People need to stop classifying him as a great player. Bro, people didn't even know who he was until he signed for us. It makes me laugh, man. The levels of delusion, yeah? And the way people fanboy up our players is embarrassing, yeah? Let's be real here. Nobody has watched more than 3 games of Houssem Aouar. Apparently, it was the second coming of Leo Messi, bruv. Yeah? How many people have actively watched Houssem Aouar more than 4 or 5 times? Not many people. The way our fans were going on all summer, it was like he was going to be the next Messi. Yeah, well, it didn't happen anyway. Big up my guy as well. I did see his comment. Where you gone? Where you gone? Where you gone? I can't see you. You've disappeared, bruv. There you are. Next member stream. Level 3 is next. It'll probably be Wednesday. I'd imagine Wednesday. I need to check my diary, mate, if I'm honest. I have it all planned out for the next month. But yeah, I think it's Wednesday. I think because I'm doing a watch along Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I'm doing Arsenal obviously Saturday, Tottenham Sunday, Wolves Monday. Tuesday, I had something planned. I think it's Wednesday. I'll let you know, mate. Big up, wifey. Smash the likes up, and I'm going to get myself out of it. Big up my boy Sate as well. If we're playing with a back 4, who would you pair with Gabriel? Saliba. Real talk. Just throw him in. Throw him in. It's a sink or swim moment, mate. Rob Holding is not good enough. David Luiz is no good in a 4. Callum Chambers is back. Not good enough. So yeah, why not throw him in? Mustafi, no thanks. Socrates, no thanks. So yeah, maybe throw him in. Why not? Anyway, I will be back with a Premier League video in about 45 minutes. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. I'll then be back about 6:30 with a live stream. Then I'll have an upload at 9. So plenty more to come. We'll have a spunking day. I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.